Thank you for watching. The first slide is just to return a favor, but no, I think lying is a huge misstep, like adding a murder to. The key here is that I don't want to be Will's accomplice. This testimony makes me look like an innocent actor in a flawless play. Will seems to lack confidence in making a solid comeback, so he opted for a clever little trick. He claimed that Christine's bigamous act was just a joke to the UK Civil Registry, and swearing love to Will was like gossiping with friends. Moments after the incident, he jokingly told the police that Will got home at 9:25, just like upon. Later, in his statement, he said the blood on Will's sleeve was from a wrist cut. What a laugh. At that moment, he was like a magician overturning old testimony, claiming Will killed the rich lady. How does one separate truth from fiction when we're dealing with a woman who lies like a rug? The question is, Will, are you lying right now? Or aren't you a mad liar after all? Will's skepticism was spot on, leading him to tell the judge that questioning such a woman further was pointless, a brilliant move. The prosecutor quickly warned Christine that if she lied under oath, she could end up behind bars. Christine seemed unfazed, adamantly standing by her testimony, strutting out of the courtroom like she just won a prize. At this point in the case, Will was at a disadvantage. Even if Christine's testimony was dubious, perjury is still a crime. Given this, the jury leaned towards believing Christine's courtroom testimony, though Will saw it all as mere circumstantial evidence. Next up was Will taking the stand, and this time he fired the first question. He simply asked Will if he killed the rich lady, to which Will emphatically denied, wrapping up that round of questioning. Then the prosecutor questioned whether Will had a formal job, to which Will replied no, also clarifying he never asked the rich lady for money during their time together. He was also in the dark about the rich lady's financial status. At this point, the prosecutor pulled out a photo. This photo depicted Will's outfit on the day of the incident, originally meant for identifying witnesses. But fate intervened. A week before the incident, a travel agent said Will walked in with a lady, inquiring about international travel. Upon hearing this, Will got a bit anxious because this indeed happened. What a plot twist. A broke guy with no job consulting expensive international trips on the wedding day. That's comedy gold. Will explained that the girl was someone he met at the bar, and after drinks, they just happened to take a stroll together. Along the way, they spotted a travel agency's international tour poster and paused for a moment. Little did he know, the agency staff shot him a look as if to say he was a broke loser. To make a point, Will purposely inquired about the priciest package he could find, hoping to get their attention. His story made a kind of sense and didn't seem to have glaring holes, while the prosecutor stubbornly held their ground. But how could Will ever admit to anything? Even if he was the actual murderer, he wouldn't confess. So, the trial ended in a stalemate. Will headed back to the office, and the case got postponed. Looking back, Will firmly believed Christine was lying on the stand. The only problem was that he couldn't quite figure out her motive, a real head-scratcher. Just then, a call came through from a peculiar woman who told Will she had dirt on Christine. She claimed she could prove Christine lied in court, but required him to deliver cash to the train station within 30 minutes for the evidence. Will had come across such situations before, mostly scams, but this one felt a bit different. So, he and his assistant arrived at the train station on time, seeking out the woman. The woman got straight to the point. She had love letters sent by Christine to her lover. The contents of the letters could prove Will's innocence. Upon hearing this, Will immediately offered to buy them for $40. The woman was equally straightforward. She took the cash and handed over the letters, leaving Will puzzled about her motives. The woman flashed an apologetic grin, revealing a scar as she explained that Christine stole her boyfriend before they got married. Furious, she berated Christine as trash, not realizing her confused ex-boyfriend had paid off a debt for her. She blamed ex-mistakes on Christine, smugly saying she could revenge. Will, hearing this, tossed her an extra €5, and she hurriedly made her exit. After reading the letters, Will felt confident. The next day in court, he was ready for battle. At this stage, the defense usually can't call on the prosecution's witnesses, but after seeing the new evidence, the judge granted Will's request. So Christine took the stand again, while Will quickly studied the letters. Will then asked Christine if she knew someone named Max. She clearly lost her earlier bravado. Hesitating, Christine didn't have much time to think as Will pulled out a paper, claiming it was the letter Christine wrote to Max. Hearing this, Christine panicked, immediately arguing that this wasn't her letter since her stationery was blue. She insisted it should bear her initials, claiming this blank paper was simply fake. Like this, it honestly looks like one of my tailor's architectural designs.